No.
What?
No.
No?
No.
No what?
Yes. Now you may come in. That was quite unexpected.
What's that?
I forget that making tea takes like 3 seconds. You can turn around, you're safe.
Okay. Did you ever watch a show called Nightmare?
No.
Oh, it was great.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It was great. It was a game show for kids. They had like 2 or 3 in the main room watching a big TV. And then they had one kid in another room with a green screen with a bucket on his head. Well, it was like a Viking helmet, but he couldn't see. Right? He's blind in there with that bucket on his head. And then there would be like a bomb and a dragon and a narrow walkway and all this shit. And the kids who could see the augmented reality told the kid with a bucket on his head what to do. So they were like, sidestep twice, now walk forward because now you're going to walk on the tiny passageway either side of the precipice. You with me?
Did you go foraging for mushrooms before this
I
happened?
swear, it's a real show. It's a real show. Look, I didn't invent Britain, all right? This is what they came up with for entertainment.
Sounds kind of like you've been doing LSD again.
No, I didn't. It was great. It was a great show. You know what a green screen is, right?
Yes, I've used one before.
Right, so you know how a green screen works. So the kid's in there. Obviously, he doesn't want to look at a green screen, so they put a bucket on his head. So he can't see anything. The more I describe it and see your face, the weirder it gets. So he's...
It's the child in the room with us right now. Can you see him? Does he speak to you?
He tells me to burn things.
Burn you dead if you don't listen.
I will show you Nightmare. I'm going to find it. You can cut this.
No, this is grand.
I
This is going
fucking
in.
dare you. Right. So there's the kid with a bucket on his head, yeah? But he's in a green screen room. But we're watching the augmented, like what's projected onto the green screen.
People were very easy to entertain before the internet existed.
Look, it was really tense because sometimes they had to tell him to run. But he can't just run or fucking break his face on the wall.
And whoa.
Yeah, I wonder how many times that happened where they were like, run. And the kid with the bucket was like, oh, oh, bam. Like a pigeon into a window.
Like any modern kid in augmented reality.
Yeah. Broken noses are just part of the...
Broken nose and broken oculus.
Yeah. Everyone's wrong, and this is why.
Hello and welcome to Whiskey and No Chill, where 2 people who know nothing about anything have very strong opinions about everything. My name's Brad, and with me, as always, every week, is my co-host, Cathy. Now, Cathy is the type of person that will yell at you over lunch about whether or not you know what a macchiato is.
Oh, I fucking knew this was going to come up.
And then email you half an hour later and go, oh, look, this is what a macchiato is. Not addressing the fact that you were right the entire time and she was wrong. Just brush past that. And then get really mad at you for pointing out that she never apologized. And then yell at you about saying, well, that's not a very funny way to apologize.
What? But look, I could have been a massive dick about that. I could have just like looked that up and gone, oh, turns out I was wrong, but I'm not going to text Brad and admit I was wrong. No. I'm just going to keep my head down and let this thing slowly simmer and postulate between us. No, I saw I was wrong. I texted you immediately and I was like, oh, look, it turns out I was wrong. I had it back to front. You were right. What more do you want? But apparently I was supposed to throw myself to my knees, tear my shirt off like a streetcar named Desire and start screaming
Stella!
like... Exactly.
Stella!
Bradley! I was wrong. I'm sorry. Rubs onions in eyes to make self cry.
That might have helped.
I was very suspicious about this because you were like, hey, should we do the tea coffee episode? I thought, I wonder what's prompted that. I was suspicious and now I know that that's what it is.
I think the entire reason we are doing tea versus coffee tonight as our argument of the week is because of...
apologised to sufficiently.
Apologise to sufficiently makes it sound like there's a spectrum of apologising. Not a binary, did you apologise, yes or no.
How many many times do you want me to apologise for that? Well, once would be nice.
One time.
I emailed you a very heartfelt apology, actually.
Dear ChatGPT.
No.
How do I apologise authentically sounding?
All right, so it may have had square brackets in it. And it might have said, I'm very sorry for insert infraction here. Yeah.
I think the last line was, does that work or should we work on the tone together, Cathy?
No, that's fine.
This is a podcast about opinions, if you've not gathered that so far.
I'm seething resentment, apparently.
One of my favourite descriptions ever, this is a verbal rage room.
Ooh.
Where we thrash out the big debates of the day. We are arguing tonight about tea versus coffee. Because I truly believe that coffee is the second greatest drink in the history of the world after whiskey.
Ah.
And I've now just discovered, as I say the word coffee again and again and again, that I say coffee weird.
Do you?
It's getting in my head as I say it, honestly.
Oh, yeah, because the more you hear yourself say a word, it just starts to sound like gibberish.
Did you ever see that documentary that Benedict Cumberbatch did about penguins?
Penguins!
The black and white penguins.
Penguin! Yeah.
I feel like that. I'm now saying coffee over and over again.
Do you know what's happened there? It's because he's so posh that the entire crew will have been going, fuck, I thought it was penguin. But like he clearly went to private school or whatever, so I'm not going to correct him. I'm just going to personally change how I pronounce penguin from now on. Because it never occurred to anyone to be like, that's a great take, Benedict, but I just have one note. Are you saying penguin?
Just the one wee note.
Penguin. That's a great penguin documentary, second only to Werner Herzog's penguin documentary with the deranged penguin.
Why are penguins such good documentaries?
I know.
Do you know what the Mandarin, the way off page, I'm still doing an introduction. Do you know what the Mandarin character for penguin is?
Business chicken.
Business goose.
Business goose?
Yeah, the two characters are business and goose overlaid to make business goose. So this is a podcast on opinions. Tonight's opinion is tea versus coffee.
Yep.
We're not stretching to the point of saying we're a sponsored podcast tonight.
No.
But we are supported by our good friends at
Suki tea.
which is a word I didn't know until Suki tea was waved at me today.
Yes.
They have thrown you some free tea.
They're like full disclosure. I know the people who run Suki tea.
Yep.
They are like lifelong friends of my sister. I do get some free tea from time to time, perhaps. However, I'm very happy to get said free tea because I love their tea. They're a Belfast company, very fair trade and, ethical business practices. It's a huge priority for them, which is really nice. They've won loads of awards, not just for that sort of thing, but for like quality product stuff as well. And their tea's amazing, and they do a Belfast brew, which is like my favourite tea. I love it. It's a really good breakfast tea.
Very nice.
Belfast brew.
And we are a whiskey-fueled podcast. We always have 2 whiskies of the night.
Yes.
We are in episode 2 of our Irish bracket at the moment. So we have
Irish
2
off.
returning whiskies in the Irish off.
Yes, we do.
We have, and the reason I'm cutting from tea to whiskey is going to become readily apparent soon, I promise. But we have Powers Rye, which did very well in its last outing and won its round, I believe. Lovely drop. One that we did quite a lot of damage to, and in return did quite a lot of damage to our liver that one night.
Yes, it did.
Oh, Powers Irish Rye, we love you so.
Yes.
And up against it tonight, we have Bushmills Blackbush, which controversially in its last outing lost.
That's because I destroyed my palate with a big bucket of sugar.
You say a lot of things.
Well, we'll see, won't we?
And so we have Powers up against Bushmills tonight to fuel our rant. And interestingly, we have a third drink tonight, which we've never done before. It's not in the bracket. It's not part of the competition.
Nope.
Cathy, what is that weird steaming cup of liquid in front of me?
That is Suki tea. It was a limited edition. They don't do it anymore. They may or may not do it again in the future. Who knows? But they did a partnership with Bushmills, and they created Bushmills Blackbush tea. It's rooibos, so there's no caffeine effect from it.
What? Fun free tea.
They tried to make it a bit of a whiskey-y tea, and it's lovely. and I brought some in for you to try.
I am going in for a sip of tea first then.
And if this doesn't convert you to being a tea drinker, I don't know what will.
I was about to say, I genuinely speaking was about to say, I'll have a sip of this and I'll have a sip of the Bushmills and see if they compare. And I would have just actually outed
Again!
the blinding again. It does smell really good, I'll admit that.
It is lovely.
Again, hashtag not a sponsorship, not a sponsored podcast, but that does smell interesting. I'll admit it doesn't taste like your average cup of tea.
Oh, it's lovely. I'm having some of that. It's boiling in here as well.
It
which
is.
doesn't help.
We're not in our normal recording studio tonight. We're in a slightly different space. So it'll be interesting to see what that sounds like later.
Oh, it's a queer drop, that.
So I'm going to try our 2 whiskies.
It does have a sort of whiskey-y vibe, though, to it.
Yeah, I can kind of see what you're going for.
It doesn't, obviously, it doesn't have the burn to it. And I would say the one advantage coffee has over tea is that it's the norm to put whiskey in coffee, whereas you wouldn't really put whiskey in tea.
I feel like we've started off very magnanimously. Fuck it.
Yes, that.
Speaks for a living.
Generously.
Yeah, we started off very supportive of each other. You're
Yes.
coming in straight away with a, well, one thing coffee's got going for it.
Yes.
And I was about to say, well, you know what, one thing tea has going for it.
Which is?
I like the idea of tea.
Okay.
I kind of wish I liked tea. I don't. I think
like
it
me and
tastes like
porridge.
watery dirt water. I think it tastes like some leaves in water, which is what it is.
So, I can't imagine why you would find it taste like that.
And I want to like the idea of it. Because the problem is that I am a serious coffee drinker. I'm a pretentious coffee drinker. I'm a dick of a coffee drinker. I go places, and when I'm in new towns, I look up the best coffee shops to go to because I don't want to go to anywhere for a coffee. I do research. I find the right shops and the right coffee shops. I have about 4 to 6 coffees a day.
That explains a lot.
Yeah.
Brad is currently vibrating.
I can see time. Like Superman just warping through the walls.
Yeah.
Just vibrating my molecules. My first coffee's, depending on the day, my first coffee is between about 5:30 and 7.
Fucking hell. My first tea of the day is at 7.
Yeah, and it's a very strong coffee, and I drink strong, short coffee, black, as
Scalded
it comes.
my tonsil.
Yeah. But you can only drink so much coffee. And I drink a lot of coffee for most people, but there is a point in the day where you can't have any more coffee.
Oh.
And I drink my coffees short, and I drink them strong. I'm an espresso or a short, long black kind of guy. Short and strong, kind of like Cathy.
That's me.
I was going to say something really awesome, like short, strong, powerful, and takes compliments well, like Cathy.
Yeah. I got 2 compliments off you yesterday that I just misinterpreted.
Oh, I don't remember either of them. Accidents happen, sorry.
I was the only person in the room
Yep.
at one point, and you remarked that the audience is stunning, and I just took that as, obviously, obviously I am. And then you texted later and wrote, so hot. Like, for Christ's sake, I get it.
So hot right now. I was quoting...
Might delete.
What's the movie?
Zoolander?
Zoolander. There you go. Thank you. That went off my brain for a sec. But I was so hot yesterday. That event I was at, I was so hot. I was dying, and I was wearing jeans, and I'm like, what am I doing to myself?
I stopped listening at one point, and I was just thinking, if I sit perfectly still, I will expend no energy and will be the least hot I can possibly be.
That was a good idea. Did it work?
No.
Yeah.
And then I just started thinking about standing under a waterfall. And then started looking for gifs of baby hippos in the water. And
then I'm trying to be professional. You send me a photo of a baby hippo being sprayed with a hose.
Like me right now. Me when I get home. That's a cute wee hippo, that.
Where I was going. Tea. So yeah, I like the idea of tea.
Oh,
and when it's not comically hot like it is right now, when it's cold and wet and rainy, and maybe you've walked home and gotten soaked, or been for a long bike ride and it's dark and it's cold, a double espresso is not going to cut it. And I wish I could have a big cup of tea, and it seems nice.
Yeah, and you wrap your hands around the cup, and you look out at the rain with a wee shawl over your shoulders, and you're like, ha ha, look at that asshole walking in the rain.
The steam fogs up my glasses. That seems nice.
That's annoying.
Yeah, I don't do any of that thing, because I don't like tea.
See, well, I'm sad for you, bro, because I love coffee. I'm a huge fan of coffee. But coffee and I struggle with each other, because I can't have caffeine can't have that much caffeine in a day, so I could not have 6 like double espressos in a day. I would die, and I would take everyone with me.
Yeah, that's what worries me the most. Is not you exploding, but the collateral damage.
Yeah, 100%. The collateral damage would be just absolute mental health breakdowns of everybody around me. So that's a problem, and the solution to it is decaf, but it's not as nice.
I agree. Decaf is almost always a disappointment.
Yeah, it's a weird sort of fishy flavour to decaf.
You wouldn't have gone that far, but okay.
But speaking of pretentious coffee drinkers, that is one advantage tea has over coffee, is that I have yet to meet the pretentious tea drinker that walks past Starbucks and goes, "Oh, that's not tea." Fuck off. Can you think of anybody in your life who is a pretentious tea drinker, rather than the kind of asshole who's like, "Oh, don't go to that coffee shop, go to that coffee shop, because their coffees, that's coffee, that's real coffee."
I do feel like we work with 3 people who bring in specialty tea and they have specialty teapots to make them.
You're looking at one of them.
And I'm looking at one of them right now, is what I was going to say.
Yes.
Thanks, Suki Tea.
Yes, exactly. Well, one of our colleagues loves Suki tea as well.
I know, that's how I found out about it today.
Yeah, they have the teapot and everything. Because they do really nice accessories too. That is a great place if you're looking for a gift for anyone remotely interested in tea, by the way. Their gift section is amazing. But again, not sponsored. I just like them. Yes, so you're going to get people who take tea terribly seriously, like me. Like, I have a tea thermometer, I have a kettle that has 4 different temperatures on it depending on the tea I'm drinking. I've got a bajillion different types of tea, and as soon as anybody says, "Oh, I tried like green tea, but it was really bitter," I'm immediately like, "Oh, were you putting boiling water on it though?" But yeah, you need to put 70-degree water on green tea, otherwise it makes it really bitter. But at no point am I like, "Oh, don't go to that place because they put 80-degree water on their green tea." You are never going to meet a tea arsehole. You will meet a coffee arsehole. I have met many in my life.
Exhibit A.
No, I have met such gaping, catastrophic, cavernous coffee assholes that you are like a pinprick of a coffee arsehole. Like, I was at a hotel once and I was standing waiting for the lift. I'd just come out of the breakfast area and was standing waiting at the lift, and they had a wee waiting area here, right? And there was this absolute knob with a ponytail, despite being in his, late 40s, sitting in the wee reception area.
That's up there with a vest, a ponytail.
Yes. Boring the bollocks off some poor prick he was sat with. Anyway, so we're sitting there. I'm taking the lift up to the 4th floor because there's like a workshop thing I'm going to, right? And this guy's sitting there, and one of the poor wee waiters walks through the area, and he like waves him down. He's like, "Oh, I say boy." Well, he doesn't say boy, but he's like, excuse me. Yeah, so I'm going to this workshop thing on the 4th floor. I just wanted to ask, the coffee that they're serving, is it fresh?
No.
"Oh, no, we just collect all the coffee after breakfast and pour it into an urn, you prick." And the poor kid's like, "Dude, I don't know.
Yeah.
Why are you asking me? Well, you're only asking me that to bellow over the entire area that you're a coffee prick, right?" And then he's like, "Yeah, is it fresh?" And the guy's like, "Probably, I don't know." And he turns to the poor fella he was with and he goes, "You know what I'll do? I'll just smell it." "Yeah, you do that. You lean in real close and smell it, and I'll come up behind you and I'll fucking drown you in it until the bubbles stop." What an asshole. And now I'm standing there at the lift going, "Oh, fuck, I have to spend the whole day with this guy."
Yeah.
Because he's going to do the same thing I am. But at no point did I feel the need to stop the waiter and be like, "Oh, excuse me, the tea bags that will be provided at this thing, are they fresh?" What the fuck? No, they're not actually, because it's tea, it's dried. Coffee snobs will drink shattered coffee.
Yep.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
It's the most expensive coffee in the world has been shat by a civet.
Yep.
Right?
I've had some.
No one's shitting tea anywhere.
You're not trying hard enough.
Wow. You had Kopi Luwak?
Yeah.
When did you do that?
When I was in
When
Bali.
you won the lottery?
No.
Oh, you were in? All right, okay.
Yeah. They had like reams of it everywhere, and it was all just like fake touristy stuff, and you had to like work really hard because one of the people I was with who was local was like, "Oh yeah, no, look out for these ones and this one, because they've just like caged civets and it's really cruel and you want this one or this one, which is actually...
range coffee.
Yeah, exactly. What you want wild.
Yeah.
Oh, God. So that costs 3 times as much, right? Yeah, obvs.
So the most expensive tea in the world is probably like silver tip or silver needle tea, which is like the absolute new little off the plant, right, that they pick. And even then, that's nowhere near as expensive as Kopi Luwak. And that's because we aren't snobs who demand to have something incredibly expensive.
I will give you that. That tea is, on average, cheaper than coffee.
I would say tea drinkers are more tolerable people than coffee drinkers. How about that?
I would stand up for myself for being a coffee prick. I'm not that pretentious, but I am quite douchey about it.
I would say you were just discerning.
Yeah, like I will drink crappy coffee at work events and just suck it up. Get over it.
Yeah,
Life's
but
tough,
at no
whatever.
point are you leaning over to people and going, is this fresh?
But I think there's a realization that at work events, at hotel receptions, at breakfast bars, it's not going to be good coffee. Get over it. And if you want good coffee, do something about it.
Yeah, go get your own, go out.
So I research, I go out, I find good coffee shops, I look at recommendations.
Yeah.
I own 3 coffee machines. I have 2 espresso machines.
Right.
And I have a portable handheld espresso machine that I travel with.
Oh, I've heard about this one.
And it's not embarrassing at all.
Well, you like what you like.
I know, and so
Friend
in
of
a
mine
hotel...
takes a pillow with her everywhere she travels because that's her good pillow.
Ooh, that's a lot of faff to take a pillow.
Camping.
It's quite big.
I know,
Yeah.
but she wants to sleep on her pillow, so fair play to you.
I've got this little tiny thing, so it's a hand-pumped coffee machine. It looks so much like a sex toy. I can't
No matter
over-exaggerate.
how hard I try, it isn't.
Yep. Well, you got to be careful because it's boiling water and punchy points. It's got the sharp blades and everything on it.
I see.
But like when I
Just
use it in the
thinking of
morning,
Fight Club now. Policy is not to assume ownership of the coffee press.
Yes.
It is the coffee press,
exactly
not
your coffee
press.
It makes a really nice espresso. So I make an espresso in the morning in hotel rooms, and then I get up, then I go hunter gathering my coffee.
Drink more tea.
Okay. Yay tea. Wait. Oh well, whatever.
Yes.
And then I wash it in the sink, and then I put this handheld pumped coffee machine on the next to the sink to dry, and it looks like I am washing my sex toy. And then housekeeping comes and they very politely put up new towels and new soaps and that new stupid little shampoo next to it, and they never ever mention it.
Wow.
And I've always thought that.
Wow. That they've never been like...
Kind of licoricey or something?
Yeah, there is a hint of that. Just trying to get the profile right. I'll read you what's in it off the thingy bob later.
What worries me is whether or not this Bushmills themed tea will
Cloud your judgment.
towards one of the 2 whiskies. And then will that be unfair? Because we've got 2 heavy hitters tonight. Bushmills and Powers are 2 of our favourites.
Yeah, well...
Someone's going home.
My favourite, yeah. I don't think... You're ambivalent to Bushmills, aren't you?
Yeah, Bushmills is fine.
Yeah.
But Powers is a big one for us.
I think you have the same attitude to coffee as you do with whiskey as well, which is like, I mean, I'll drink it. It tastes like whiskey. And I draw the line at the Tesco value Scotch, but beyond that, yeah.
So,
whatever.
Yeah, coffee, whiskey, cycling. I am above average on all of them, but I don't shave my legs.
That's a weird sentence if you don't know about cycling.
Yes, exactly. So like...
It's a really weird combination. It's like that show Only Connect with Victoria Corrin where you're like, what's the connection here? Whiskey, coffee, something, cycling, but I don't shave my legs.
Yes. When we go to whiskey events and people is like, mouthfeel, I'm like, I like it or I don't. And that's
Yes.
kind of hard to pick things out.
I can feel it in my mouth. That's how I know it's there.
Yeah,
But that's from tasting it.
When I go to cycling events, there's people talking about which razor brand they prefer to shave their legs with. And I'm just like, grand. That's a step too far.
That
With
is
coffee,
a step too far.
we have a colleague who just goes on and on and on about very precise types of bean and roast and stuff. And I'm like, I like coffee more than most.
Who's
but,
that? You can beat them out.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, yes, yeah. But he's the same guy who we took to one of the whiskey tastings and he made notes with the wee
He
golf
did.
pencil. I judged him harshly.
I went to a coffee shop with him once and they had fresh, pour, fancy, super espresso grind, whatever.
Yes.
And he's sitting there with the glass up to his face, but not too close, and then wafting it towards his nose and waving his hand eccentrically and going, lovely, that will do nicely, thank you.
Well, I've just lost all respect for that colleague. Right, so he's wafting it in his face and he's going, smells like coffee.
Yeah.
Because coffee smells like coffee. Because that's really all coffee can smell of. Right?
No.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
What was that noise?
I had a stroke.
You sound like someone dropped a bagpipe.
Soiled himself. I'll be right back. Boop.
On
Cut.
an unrelated note, I have to leave. What were we talking about?
I have no
Coffee
idea.
is coffee. Coffee is specifically coffee beans ground up into a powder and coffeed.
It's kind of like when you get a whiskey that you know you don't like. You're like, oh, something's wrong with it, and I couldn't tell you why.
No. There's good coffee and bad coffee, I get that. But at the end of the day, it is the coffee bean that is from that plant that is ground up.
So with coffee, you get different beans and you get different roasts, and that brings out different flavor profiles or something. And then the grind size really matters for getting out different extractions. And then water temperature matters for oils and aromatics or some sciencey sounding words.
Yes. But
Nah.
tea isn't tea.
What?
I can have...
Then why the fuck are they calling it tea?
Because tea is leaves in water, but it doesn't have to be tea leaves, does it? So I can make tea from pretty much anything. I can make mint tea. I can make apple loves mint. That's one of Suki teas. They do an apple loves mint tea, and it is so lovely. It's so refreshing as well. It's one of the ones I get. By the way.
It has tea in it though, doesn't it?
No.
Oh, what?
No, apple and mint is in there. You don't have to have black tea from the tea plant. You don't have to have that in there for it to be tea. You can have white tea, you can have fruit tea, you can have herbal tea, you can have any kind of tea you want. I think tea is a lot more versatile. And you will get people who say, yes, I love tea, but I don't drink black tea. Or I love tea, but I don't like fruit tea. I like I only drink green tea.
What's tea? Just non-alcoholic gin. Botanicals thrown in.
I suppose, yeah. But without the disgusting gin flavour, yeah. Yeah, well, it's brewing as well. And also tea's a lot easier to make.
I'll give you that. Tea is easy to make. It horrifies me when you go make tea. You stand for your desk and go, I'm going to make some tea. And I go, oh, grand, I'll go make some coffee.
Yeah.
And before I've stood up, you're back going, and I'm like still looking for my freaking coffee pods. Because I drink Nespresso at work because it's what we have.
Yes, yeah.
And it's easier in our tiny, tiny kitchen attached to our giant office.
Mm-hmm. Tea's handy as well if you do it properly and put it in a teapot, because you don't have to stand around faffing about with the squeezing all the shit out of the tea bag and all that nonsense. You can just fire it in a teapot, put your milk in your cup if you want. If you're going to have milk in there, it depends what you're drinking. And then you can just carry them away with you. And masala chai is the greatest tea of all. It's delicious.
Yeah, well, don't be putting any herbs or spices in my coffee.
You can. I have had like masala coffee. So a colleague of ours brought in. Shit, where was it? It was like Turkish coffee or something like that. I can't remember exactly. She brought it in a flask, and it was so good. It had like cardamom and stuff in it.
Oh.
I had like a thimbleful, and I could see into the future. I was just, as you said, I can see time. It was so good, and then I was just running around. Like suddenly, everything went into slow motion. It was so strong, but it was delicious. So you can spice coffee.
Interesting.
But it is still coffee.
I do love Turkish coffee. I had some Turkish coffee in Istanbul that was, like you say, so strong. Yeah, I can hear the colour purple.
Yes, yeah.
Glorious.
I can hear purple.
It's so good. But you can only have so much coffee, and that's what makes me sad.
Yeah, I mean, tea is just limitless.
But tea's caffeinated though, right?
You can have tea. Well, if I have like a fruit tea, then there's no caffeine in that. I can have rooibos. It's really, really good. Yeah. I've got a really nice vanilla and honey rooibos that I'm obsessed with. The sky's the limit with tea. Whereas if you're not in the mood for coffee, then you can't have coffee.
And I don't do milk with my coffee. I do straight black coffee.
I had a coffee this morning.
I'm very proud of you.
What did I have? A piccolo?
Oh, I wasn't here.
That's what it's called, right? The espresso with a wee splash of milk in it.
Yes, that's piccolo.
Yeah, so
Or a macchiato.
I had a piccolo.
No, wait, whoa.
It wasn't a macchiato.
Okay.
It was definitely a piccolo.
Okay,
How
sure.
many shots of espresso are in a macchiato?
2.
Now that I defer to you, to all things. This has only had 1.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Sure, you had a single shot.
Look, I went in the shop and I said, give us a piccolo. And she handed me a small flute. Haha. No.
Yes.
She handed me a coffee. And the thing about coffee is it smells amazing.
Yes.
I love the smell of coffee.
I love the smell of coffee.
Especially in the morning. I used to have a percolator with a timer on it. So I would wake up and the house would just be full
glorious.
of the smell. Yeah. The smell, though, is nicer than the taste of coffee. And actually, coffee leaves a sort of a weird all over your tongue. And then you get coffee breath. And then you go and talk to people and you're like, hello. Right?
I might have mouthwash at my desk. The true
For
story.
this very purpose?
Yep.
Oh, no. Coffee and mouthwash, though.
I was walking from my desk towards the bathroom and an incredibly senior colleague went, oh, hello, Bradley. I wanted to talk to you about something. And I was like... and then ran off. Came back. Oh, interesting point. Love to catch up with that more. Let's schedule something. Penelope, can we get something in the diary, please? Oh, no.
When you're quite done spitting mouthwash down.
Yeah. You're right about the smell, though, because coffee does smell amazing. Brewing coffee is a ceremony.
Yes.
And I get that tea ceremonies are a thing, don't get me wrong.
Yes.
But brewing coffee is a technique. There's engineering, there's noises, there's bells, there's whistle, there's steam.
I also think there's there's the Japanese tea ceremony, but I also think there's an Ethiopian coffee ceremony.
Oh, cool.
I think I witnessed it. It takes ages.
Yeah.
Which is why our meal didn't come out for like an hour.
I had a friend of mine who was an Englishman's Englishman. He was very English.
Yeah.
And he was a tea drinking proper Englishman.
Yes.
And when he would come round, I would make coffee for me and tea for him. And he would hover around and he was fascinated by the coffee making process.
Oh, okay.
He was like, oh, what's that? What's that? Oh, what's that? Oh, how exciting. Tell me more. What's going on? He didn't want one.
No.
But he was just like, do you want one? I'll make you one if you want. He's like, no, I don't like coffee.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
I like
Anyway,
the ritual.
He did like a 2-year rotation through Sydney. Sydney, Australia. And if there's one thing the Australians have is they are almost on par with my Kiwi kinsmen in terms of coffee. They are a serious coffee culture as well.
Is that right?
Yes,
Oh, I
very
didn't
much
know
so.
that.
And he came back a coffee drinker, a serious coffee drinker.
Ooh, same thing happened to my sister when she lived in Australia.
Yeah.
She went vegetarian and came back like a cold-blooded carnivore.
I mean, that also checks out for Australia.
Yeah,
He has a graph on his kitchen counter on temperature, pressure. It's a 3-dimensional graph. It's got like 3 axes. One's temperature, one's pressure, and one is grind size. And the outcome is oil extraction or something. How to make the perfect coffee. And it's very important to him he gets the perfect coffee. He engineered this thing. He scienced the shit out of it, Mark Watney style.
Wow.
He went overkill on it. And
Shit.
he flipped so hard. He roasts his own beans. He owns a coffee roaster, a mini
Fucking
domestic
hell.
one. He sells coffee beans at a farmer's market on weekends, despite his day job.
I make tea for my colleagues.
You make tea for your cat.
No, I made it for our colleague's cat.
Oh, I'm sorry, that makes a difference.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell that story?
Which one?
About making cat coffee?
I made cat tea.
Yeah, what's cat tea?
I was pruning the catnip bush
What
and then
poor bush was left.
trying to like sort of revive it, cut a lot of the straggly bits off, dried it in my dehydrator. Yes, I have a dehydrator. Shut
You're
up.
middle class.
It's for making tea.
That doesn't help your defense.
And banana chips, they're really nice too. And I made like disposable little tea bags, filled them with the dried catnip, gave them to our colleague and said, make your cats catnip tea and see how you get on. And one cat dipped its paw in it, licked it, and then sort of rolled around the floor for half an hour, again going, I can smell purple.
If you're a cat that's never come across catnip,
Yeah.
and you made catnip tea, I presume that's like the most concentrated, super skunk, awesome drug ever.
Oh, yeah.
You probably just blew that cat's mind.
Probably, yeah.
So lucky you can get cats just wasted. Everyone goes, ha ha, funny. You do that to a person, that's a crime. Do it to a cat, we're like, hee hee hee.
Hey.
Cat's stoned.
That catnip plant is just in the garden, all right? If my cat chooses to roll around in it, like a tart, then that's entirely her business and her choice. All right?
So coffee smells phenomenal.
Yes.
Marmite of a taste.
Yeah.
Gives you bad breath.
Either way, yes.
Tea smells eh.
Yeah.
Tastes eh.
Tastes amazing.
Doesn't give you bad breath.
Yes.
Coffee wins.
No, it doesn't.
Quantitatively. It's got more positives than negatives.
No, it doesn't. Tea's lovely. Tea tastes amazing.
Tea's lovely. Coffee wakes you up in the morning.
So does tea. Oh, if you had my tea in the morning, you would wake up because it is brewed for ages. Ages I brew that tea.
Ages.
Like 20 minutes. You're supposed to brew black tea for 3 to 5 minutes. I brew it for like 20. And it's delicious.
Excellent.
Love it. Oh, there's nothing like that taste of tea. Much like your friend and my sister in Australia, what really turned me on to coffee, like proper coffee, was going to Italy and having espresso there.
Yeah.
Because it's a whole different ballgame from, you know, the very hit and miss thing that's going on in London, right?
Yeah.
And so the first time I went, I had decaf and was just going, well, this doesn't taste nice at all. And one of my very, very, like, takes coffee very seriously colleagues was like, can I try some of that? And, I'm like, oh, okay, maybe that's why I'm not that into coffee. But then I just bit the bullet, had an espresso. Yep. I read somewhere that if you want to be caffeinated to the absolute eyeballs, drink filter coffee.
Yeah, you can make filter quite strong.
Yeah, whereas espresso actually isn't that bad because that steam just blasts through, so it doesn't have as much time really to pick up the caffeine. Whereas filter is like coffee tea, where they've just left that to soak, and it soaks in all the caffeine.
Filter, it's like coffee tea.
Coffee tea. That must be a thing.
And speaking of Italy, I was in Rome once, and the train I was waiting for was being delayed. I was leaving Rome on a train. And every hour the train got delayed an hour on the money. And you're like, I was there for about 6 hours. And eventually the train station got busier and busier and busier. And there was no space. And eventually, like 2 or 3 seats, there was 3 of us, I think, opened up in a coffee shop. And we rammed in there and sat down immediately. And the waiter came over and was like, buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
Other words in Italian that I don't know.
Meow, meow.
And I was like, uno espresso, por favor.
Por favor.
And then he looked at my colleague and went, well, for you? And they went, no, I'm fine, thanks. And my other colleague, do you want something? No, I'm grand, just some water, please. And we sat at that coffee shop and I had a single espresso.
Yeah.
And there were the only 3 seats in the station. And so we sat there.
For 6 hours?
For hours, watching this train get delayed again and again and again. And every single time the waiter turned around, I picked up my cup and I just went... and just stuck my tongue towards the drink.
Of an espresso?
Yeah, of a single shot espresso.
I'm really savouring it.
I think it evaporated quicker than I was drinking it.
There's just a little, like, a coffee resin at the bottom of the cup.
Just rubbery resin at the bottom of that glass.
I really love Italy, but there is an element of culture shock that I really wasn't expecting.
When you tried to order a cappuccino and they just hit you in the face and said, what's wrong with you?
Well, I knew better than to do that. I'd read up on that, but I didn't know that if you order a cocktail that isn't complicated enough, they'll just be like, no, not bring it. But like, yeah, you do you guys.
I want to go back to Italy. I haven't been to Italy for a long time.
Yeah.
I went to Italy when I was poor and backpacking a lot, and that was awesome fun. And drank single espressos in train stations because all we could afford.
Because it's like 99 cents as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because they have a rule about that.
Yeah, I did some work in Italy, but I didn't spend any time there because I was just working.
Oh, shit. There's stuff I will do in Italy that I will not do in other places.
Like espressos?
Drink espresso all day.
Yeah, exactly.
Tolerate being told, no, you can't have the thing you ordered. Eating outside.
Is you just not stabbing a stranger?
Yeah, for a change. Yeah, I hate eating outside with a passion, but I'll do it in Italy because it's designed for it.
Yeah, it is designed for them. Sure.
Yeah. Oh, there's nothing like it. You just order a pizza or whatever, and they're like, what wine would you like? The cheapest you've got in the menu, because it's going to be fucking awesome. Yeah. Because your cousin made it.
Yeah.
That's so good. And you just sit outside in the lovely sunshine with an umbrella.
Yeah. I was like that in the south of France. Good coffee, good wine no matter what you did. I was there for a friend's wedding and we just travelled a little bit and had good coffee everywhere. I think it comes to that time of the evening.
Yes.
We have 2 Irish whiskies.
We do.
And we need one. Only one can win. Only one may go forward into the best of Irish whiskies competition. Bum, bum, bum.
This isn't fucking Millionaire.
I'd like to phone a friend.
Mum, what do I do?
Wrong number. A new number. Who dis?
Who dis? Thanks a lot.
That's got to happen one day, please.
I don't know if she knows that meme.
So,
Which one did you like better?
which one do I like better? That's interesting.
It is.
I'm going to write it down but not tell you.
Oh, what? That sort of defeats my ploy.
Because I don't want to tempt your choices in the Irish section.
Oh, yes, of course, because you know, don't you?
I do know, and I am also, you're the word of God in decision making in the Irish round.
I see.
And so your decision rules. I know what I like best, but I want to know what you liked best. Was it A or B? Will Powers go forward, or will Bushmills finally get its revenge?
I'm pretty confident I know which is which, but I did the last time.
Slight your favourite whiskey again.
Yeah.
I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah.
Your favourite whiskey ever, just you never pick it. Or am I just playing mind games with you and really messing with your neuroses?
Do you want my favourite or not?
No, I'm having fun actually. I'm actually really enjoying myself.
Shall I just go and I'll come back?
I'll just sit here and sip these dregs.
Yes. Dregs, yes. Sorry. I thought you pronounced drinks weird. I think I know which is which, but I said that last time. I was very wrong, wasn't I?
So wrong.
I think that... Which one's that? A? B?
This is B you're pointing at.
Yes. I think B is Bushmills, and I think A is Powers.
That's not the question I'm asking though.
No, we'll see. Because I have an inkling, it's making me very sad. Because, yeah, I think I prefer A. I think I like what I think is the rye.
There's a lot of thinks in that sentence.
Yeah, I know, I'm very upset.
For the audio listeners out there,
again.
Cathy, it looks like she might be about to cry. It's the saddest I've ever seen her.
Yeah, I know.
How is the best way to reveal this?
No, B is lovely. If you had handed me a glass of B, there'd be no complaints here. It would be like being handed a lovely cup of tea. However, there's something about A that just tips it out. It just has a bit more flavour to it somehow. Or it's richer. It's just got a richer flavour, which I suspect comes from the rye, if I am correct. So that's where I'm standing, and I'm very sad about it, that this has happened twice.
This is interesting.
Stop
Interesting.
it. Stop it.
You're right, it's not interesting at all. B is Bushmills, A is Powers. You claim to love Bushmills, but you never ever pick it. You have picked Powers to go forward. Bushmills, we love you so.
I do.
But you have been knocked out of the best Irish whiskies in the first round.
Oh.
And that's really interesting because actually I really like the Bushmills tonight, but I think it was the tea that did it.
Yeah.
I think the tea and the Bushmills did go well together.
I wonder if you could just put that Bushmills in that tea. I wonder if that is the tea that you could put whiskey in. Because you're not supposed to put whiskey in tea.
But you're right that Powers is punchier.
But we love that Powers.
We do love that Powers. We did drink way too much of that once.
Once?
Oh God, yeah, you're right. We demolished a bottle twice, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it is really good.
Very good.
But, you know, it just goes to show how good it is if it's better than Bushmills.
Yeah, yeah, that Powers stands up for itself.
Again, I think Bushmills is it's your everyday drinking whiskey.
Oh, I think it's better than that. I think that makes it sound worse than it is. I think it's an excellent everyday whiskey.
I was trying to pull...
I think it was a tough round to be up against.
Yes.
And in a competition, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. It was a game of two halves. End of the day, sport was the winner.
Yeah.
I've run out of sporting analogies here.
I was trying to segue into a coffee analogy, though, where, you can go and get your Kopi Luwak and you can go to one of those coffee shops that stands there and bruise it for like 20 minutes while you wait or whatever. But you can also, you know, knock yourself out a nice little espresso, or nip across the road and get a little espresso there, or go to Italy and at the train station and get handed an espresso, and it's going to be really good, but it's not going to be like artisanal fancy pants mega coffee, is it? So I think Bushmills is the Italian train station espresso of whiskey.
That was an analogy and a half. That brings us to the end of this episode of Whiskey and No Chill. The only things left is for me to remind you that you can follow us on social media. You can find us on Blue Sky, Instagram, or TikTok. At And No Chill. And Cathy and Penelope have been struggling to learn TikTok because we are too old. If you like what we're doing, you can follow us and subscribe at Buy Me a Coffee, and at buymeacoffee.com/andnochill. You can buy us a whiskey.
Woo!
And
or tea. Or coffee.
You can add to the list. You can pick the next episode. You can throw forward a suggestion. You can show us some love, financially speaking.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you can find us on any good podcasting service, or you can even see videos and shorts on the YouTubes, all at And No Chill.
Exactly.
Anything else I should mention, Cathy?
I don't think so. I'll expect the ChatGPT written apology in my inbox for dissing tea or getting like facts about tea wrong, or just anything that I feel wasn't a suitable enough apology. I'll expect that first thing in the morning. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.